The Predator nursery of the Orion Academy was built like a fortress. Layered steel walls, reinforced gravity fields, and armed security officers patrolled every corner. After all, the young of the Karlek predators were not harmless bundles of fur, they were clawed, fanged, and notoriously unmanageable. The cadets of the academy often joked that it was easier to repair a fusion reactor than to keep the cubs from chewing through equipment or attacking each other. Even the seasoned security officers had to wear armor when they entered the enclosure. That morning, chaos had once again erupted. "Contain them!" Officer Thrix bellowed, his voice echoing through the containment hall. His squad of armored guards tried to herd 6 predator cubs back into their pen. The cubs hissed, snapped, and leapt at the force barriers. One bit down on a guard's gauntlet hard enough to spark alarms. Nothing worked. Not shouted orders, not restraint fields, not even the lure of nutrient packs. The cubs defied every command, snarling and thrashing with wild defiance. From the viewing gallery above, the alien cadets murmured among themselves. This was the daily struggle, and everyone had accepted it as the price of keeping the predators alive until they matured enough to serve the academy. But one figure stood apart, watching intently, a young human cadet named Alex Morgan. Humans were still relatively new to the galactic stage, their reputation mixed. Some species admired their adaptability, others whispered that humanity was reckless and naive. At the academy, Alex had drawn more curiosity than respect. Now, as security forces failed once again, Alex tilted his head, studying the cubs. He didn't see monsters. He saw frightened, energetic young creatures trapped in a storm of authority and aggression. Without waiting for permission, Alex climbed down from the gallery into the containment hall. The security officers whirled. "Cadet! Get back! You'll be torn apart!" Officer Thrix barked. But Alex ignored them. He unsealed his helmet, letting his face show. No armor. No weapons. Just a calm step forward. The predator cubs froze. Their ears perked. Their yellow eyes fixed on him. Every being in the hall held their breath. Alex didn't shout orders. He didn't reach for tools. He simply crouched low, resting on one knee, and smiled. A simple human smile. The change was immediate. The cubs stopped hissing. Their hackles lowered. One by one, they padded forward, curiosity replacing rage. The largest sniffed his hand, growled softly, and then pressed its muzzle against his palm. The others followed. Within moments, the pack of unruly predator cubs sat calmly around Alex as if he had always been their leader. He ran a hand gently over a cub's head, still smiling, and their tails swished like overgrown kittens. Above, the cadets gaped in disbelief. The security team lowered their weapons, stunned. They obey him," Thrix muttered, his mandibles twitching. Alex looked up at them, still crouched among the cubs. "They're not misbehaving," he said softly. "They're scared. You shout, and they think they're under attack. They don't need dominance. They need trust." The silence in the chamber was heavier than any gravity field. Word spread through the academy within hours. The story of how the predator cubs, who had defied every officer, every device, every force field, had instantly calmed for a human cadet rippled across the halls. Some cadets were awed. Others whispered that humans must have hidden pheromones or tricks. But the cubs themselves answered the question. From that day on, whenever Alex entered the hall, the predator cubs rushed to him eagerly, ignoring everyone else. They obeyed his gestures, his tone, his quiet presence. It wasn't command. It wasn't fear. It was something older, something primal that even the fiercest predators recognized, the trust born of a smile. The academy leadership reviewed the reports carefully. The counselors who had once doubted humanity now had evidence of something unique. Authority could be forced. Control could be engineered. But to command the heart of a predator cub with nothing more than kindness, that was a power far rarer. And so, the legend grew. In the long centuries that followed, when tales of the Orion Academy were told across the stars, Cadet spoke of the day the predator cubs refused every order from security, until the human cadet simply smiled. Because in that moment, the galaxy learned that humans did not rule by force. They led by something stronger. By being trusted.